Alright, so let's take a look at this homework. I had asked you to do 3, 4, 8, and 9. 3 and 4 are on the easier side. Let's start with 8 and 9. For problem number 8, it says we're going to decompose x to the 5th minus 2x to the 4th plus x to the 3rd plus x plus 5 divided by x to the 3rd minus 2x squared plus x minus 2. So we have to do long division because the top numerator power is larger than the bottom. So if we do that, x to the 3rd minus 2x squared plus x minus 2, and divide it into x to the 5th minus 2x to the 4th plus x to the 3rd plus no x squared plus x plus 5. Goes in twice here. We get, this will be x to the 5th minus 2x to the 4th plus x to the 3rd minus 2x squared. And we have to subtract all of these. Cancel, cancel, cancel. We'll get 2x squared plus x plus 5. Can't divide in, so that's actually the remainder. 2x squared plus x plus 5 that we're going to have to decompose over. Now we're going to have to factor the denominator at some point, so I'll go ahead and do that right here. Take out an x squared. Let's see what we get. Alright, so we're going to decompose the remainder. So we're going to have a factor over x minus 2, and because the second one's quadratic, we have to write bx plus c over x squared plus 1. Now if we multiply by the LCD, we're going to get 2x squared plus x plus 5 is equal to, this is just going to be a times x squared plus 1 plus bx plus c times x minus 2. Distributing, we get ax squared plus a plus bx squared minus 2bx plus cx minus 2c. We'll group our similar terms together. We have negative 2bx and a cx. And then we have our constants. So the total number of x squareds equals 2. Total number of x's equals 1. And our constants equal 5. Alright, so let's solve the system. If we could just add these two equations together, we'll get a plus c equals 3, which we could eliminate with the bottom if we distribute negative 1 to the bottom. We get negative a plus 2c is equal to negative 5. So 3c is equal to negative 2. C would be negative 2/3. And let me just check here. Alright, we'll keep going here. Just make sure I did that right. A plus b is 2. Negative 2b plus c is equal to 1. And a minus 2c is equal to 5, right? Combining those, we get a plus c is equal to 3, and negative a plus 2c is equal to negative 5. Yeah, that's all right. So negative 2, 3c equals negative 2, so c is negative 2/3. That's correct. Okay, so if c is negative 2/3, we could plug that in. And let's see here. If we plug it in right here, we would get that negative b minus 2/3 is equal to 1. So b would equal, 1 plus 2/3 divided by negative 1 is negative 5/3. And if a plus b equals 2, that means that a would equal 2 plus 5/3 is 11/3. So for our final answer for this problem, we would say that, let's see here, x to the 5th minus 2x to the 4th plus x to the 3rd plus x plus 5 over x to the 3rd minus 2x squared plus x minus 2 is equal to the whole part, which was x squared plus the a over x minus 2, and then plus the b plus the c over x squared plus 1. And if we multiply top and bottom of each fraction by 3, we'll get rid of these fractions inside of a fraction. 11 over 3 times x minus 2. And we could just say minus 5x plus 2 over 3 times x squared plus 1. All right, so now let's do the second problem. All right, so now let's do number 9. Problem number 9 says we have x to the 3rd plus 2x squared minus x plus 1 over x squared plus 3x minus 4. Now the top power is higher, so we're going to have to do long division. And it goes in x times, so this will be x to the 3rd, 3x squared minus 4x. Subtract these. This will be negative 1. We get 6x minus 3 as the remainder over x. Let's see, that'll be plus 4 and x minus 1. So we'll take our whole part. That'll be part of the answer in a little bit. But now let's decompose 6x minus 3 over x plus 4 times x minus 1. And if we multiply by our LCD of x plus 4 and x minus 1, we get 6x minus 3 is equal to a times x minus 1 plus b times x plus 4. If we plug in 1 for all the x's, we get 6 minus 3 is equal to 5b. So b is equal to 3/5. And if we plug in negative 4 for all the x's, we get negative 24 minus 3 is negative 27 is equal to negative 5a. So a would be 27 over 5. So tying it all together, x to the third plus 2x squared minus x plus 1 over x squared plus 3x minus 4 is going to equal the whole part, which was x minus 1, plus a over x plus 4 plus b over x minus 1. And getting rid of these fractions within fractions, we'll get 27 over 5 times x plus 4 plus 3 over 5 times x minus 1. That would be the answer for the decomposition. Right, let's see, I also asked you to do 3 and 4. So problem number 3 says we have 4x squared minus 8x plus 16 divided by x to the third. And just go ahead and take out an x. It's going to be x and it's just going to be x squared minus 4x plus 8. Now that's not going to factor anymore. So our decomposition is going to be a over x and then bx plus c over the quadratic. All right, and if we multiply by our LCD, which was x times x squared minus 4x plus 8, we get 4x squared minus 8x plus 16 is equal to a times x squared minus 4x plus 8 plus bx plus c times x. So we have ax squared minus 4ax plus 8a plus bx squared plus cx. We have our x squared terms. We have our x terms. And we have our constant. So a plus b equals 4. Negative 4a plus c is equal to negative 8. And 8a is equal to 16. So a would be 2. If a is 2, that means that b is 2. And if a is 2, that means that c is equal to 0. So this decomposition would look like 2 over x plus 2x over x squared minus 4x plus 8. And our last one, I asked you to do number 4. Problem number 4, it says we have 8x squared minus 12 over, let me take out an x, and we're going to have x squared plus 2x minus 6, right, a over x plus bx plus c over x squared plus 2x minus 6. And if we multiply by our LCD, we get 8x squared plus no x minus 12 is equal to a times x squared plus 2x minus 6 plus bx plus c times x. Grouping our quadratic terms together, grouping our x terms together, and then we have minus 6a, which minus 6a is equal to negative 12. So a would be 2. If a is 2, 2a plus c has to equal 0. So that means that c is equal to negative 4. and a plus b would have to equal 8. So if a is 2, b is equal to 6. So tying this all together, our decomposition would be a 2 over x plus 6x minus 4 over x squared plus 2x minus 6. All right, so thanks for following along. Have a nice day.